Honestly, I had moved here from California to play softball at Auburn University, and so as I was starting my graphic design interest there, I realized I didn't really have a whole lot of time to dedicate 30 to 40 hours a week of work in an art department along with the same amount of time on a softball field. So I switched into marketing and wasn't as happy with that. I knew I wanted to be more on the art side, so when I was done with my softball career, I decided to finish my degree here and go back into graphic design a little bit later. And it was the right decision. The program here was like the perfect size, small classes, a smaller campus. I was, mid-20s at that point, so what was most important to me was the department and the program. And I really enjoyed it here, so AUM felt like the perfect fit. Well, obviously, learning to use Adobe products. However, I still am learning to use Adobe products because they're constantly changing, so obviously this career is a constant learning process. But the thing I took most was what I learned from Professor Bain, which was typography, and I always felt drawn to it. I always felt drawn to letters being more shapes and the way that they filled up a space, how you could move them around, type design. The education that I got from Bain that I really kind of put into my creative work, and since then I have started to do hand lettering, and that is kind of my signature now in my work in graphic design. So. Currently, right now, I am mostly inspired by the work I do with the Southern Poverty Law Center, but in general, drawing attention to causes that I feel sometimes they're not always easily explained to the everyday person when we talk about politics, when we talk about immigration work, or anything in the legal world. I sometimes think that the disconnect is that you're taking a very, obviously if you become a lawyer, that's a lot of studying, that's a lot of learning that I don't have. I have learned more because I work with them, but I sometimes find art and design can be the connection between a whole lot of legal jargon and then making it available to the masses. When I got into graphic design, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it, but as I reached the near end of my career here, I was like, I want to do something good. It's a nice, small campus in terms of colleges. Auburn is so huge that you're just in a bustle all the time. And here, you can really develop your own little community and your own family within these courses. And everyone cheers each other on, and you just have a really positive workspace to find your way. I'm sitting in a lab with this crazy machine that I can draw on, right? That wasn't here. I mean, this is cooler than what I have in my job. So I think if I was an incoming student, I had any inclination in graphic design, this is a wonderful place to be. There's great activities. It looks like the cafeteria and the bookstore are super cool now. And you just really can grow here in a nice, small, intimate setting. And I think that's the best way to learn about yourself and your art.